Buenos días, bienvenidos a esta segunda jornada de Digital Enterprise Show. Soy Sandra Infante, directora de este encuentro, y hoy dedicaremos nuestro Inspiration Theater a hablar sobre todo los retos que la inteligencia artificial nos está brindando. Hoy contamos para inaugurar este gran foro con Héctor Gómez, Ministro de Industria, Comercio y Turismo, a quien doy la bienvenida y le pido que suba.
Hola, muy buenos días a todas y a todos. En primer lugar, quisiera felicitar a la organización por este extraordinario encuentro donde se dan lugar numerosos conocedores, expertos de la inteligencia artificial, con más de 260 horas de ponencias, lo que habla muy bien a las claras del extraordinario contenido y la riqueza en cuanto a la información y el conocimiento compartido. Y desde luego, desde el Ministerio de Industria, Comercio y Turismo, respaldamos y apoyamos desde todo el Gobierno el espacio que nos obliga a caminar en una senda de avance y desarrollo en España, en Europa y en el mundo. Hoy es imposible no debatir, no hablar, no analizar. Precisamente en este momento en el Parlamento Europeo se habla, se negocia sobre el formato legislativo europeo en materia de inteligencia artificial, y también tenemos la obligación en España de poner a disposición todos los instrumentos posibles para que en el ámbito privado y público podamos seguir avanzando y creciendo. Hablamos de un país, España, que presenta y ofrece las mejores condiciones para el desarrollo empresarial, el desarrollo económico, todas las garantías y la seguridad jurídica. Simplemente, y a efectos de conocimiento e información de interés, el 2022 fue el segundo mejor año de la serie histórica desde 1993, desde que España tiene información oficial de inversión extranjera en España. Y desde luego en el ámbito de crecimiento económico presentamos unos parámetros excepcionales. Triplicamos la media de crecimiento en el marco de la Unión Europea, y eso desde luego es un ecosistema, un espacio ideal para poder avanzar, crecer, invertir y desarrollarnos en este mundo. Desde luego la inteligencia artificial tiene un gran potencial de transformación. En ese proceso de transformación y liderazgo que España está inmersa, podemos poner como punto de partida en este impulso y liderazgo europeo, como consecuencia de la pandemia provocada por la COVID, la primera vez que la Comisión accede a los mercados de capital con una cantidad de 750.000 millones de euros para los países miembros y poder atender los numerosos desafíos que provocó la COVID. Y desde ese punto de inflexión, evidentemente tenemos la obligación no solo de recuperarnos, sino de transformar la sociedad, el conocimiento, el desarrollo económico, tecnológico. Y ese es uno de los grandes retos que tiene España, Europa y el mundo, para no quedarnos rezagados frente a otras grandes superpotencias que avanzan a velocidad destacada. Creo que no es exagerado decir que el modelo económico se replantea a través de la industria, y la industria tiene un espacio de flexibilidad y rápida adaptación a los cambios, como es el de la inteligencia artificial. España, entre la industria, el comercio y el turismo, supera el 40% del PIB, y eso desde luego nos obliga al Ministerio que dirijo a hacer un esfuerzo titánico por adaptarnos a esa realidad. Hablamos de digitalización, hablamos de transformación, de transición ecológica de la economía, y eso desde luego no sería posible sin un esfuerzo también desde el ámbito público, económico, financiero, para que sea una realidad. Tenemos la enorme obligación desde lo público de facilitar al privado, a la iniciativa privada, que esa transformación sea un éxito. Son numerosos los programas que hemos puesto en marcha, tanto en el Ministerio de Economía, Ministerio de Industria, Comercio y Turismo y otros ministerios, para garantizar el correcto desarrollo y evolución de España. También en defensa, quiero destacarlo, tenemos un desafío en materia de ciberseguridad. El espacio global, el espacio internacional, nos obliga a ser muy cuidadosos, minuciosos, y estar a la vanguardia también en medidas de seguridad, en el cuidado de la información. También me gustaría mencionar los 98,5 millones de euros aprobados recientemente para impulsar en el ámbito del ministerio que dirijo, a través de ENISA, los préstamos participativos que harán buena parte del esfuerzo en materia de financiación del emprendimiento industrial y que tendrá una componente muy importante en el ámbito que nos ocupa hoy. Hablo del impulso de la investigación científica y el desarrollo tecnológico en inteligencia artificial, también de la potenciación del talento nacional y la atracción del talento global. Creo que sinceramente es uno de los aspectos cruciales, trascendentales en materia de inteligencia artificial. El desarrollo de plataformas de datos e infraestructuras tecnológicas, creo que otro de los pilares que nos debe ocupar en el ámbito público, y la integración de la inteligencia artificial en las cadenas de valor para transformar el tejido económico que comentaba con anterioridad. Por lo tanto, y a modo de conclusión, sí me gustaría señalar algunas pinceladas. No hay mayor política que la de la responsabilidad en el ámbito de la gestión pública. No hay mayor honor para trabajar por un país y transformarlo con ayuda de todos, si es posible. Ayer participaba en un evento donde hablábamos de todos los ingredientes que se necesita para avanzar como país y faltaba uno, coincidíamos, lo organizaba la Cámara de Comercio de España y era el del consenso político al que apelo y apela a este Gobierno de manera permanente e inconstante porque el consenso, el acuerdo político y la estabilidad ofrece seguridad. Seguridad ofrece garantías de éxito, evolución y desarrollo. Y no hay mayor inteligencia que la de formar parte de una revolución tecnológica como la que estamos viviendo y científica, que es una gran oportunidad para la integración y el despliegue de la inteligencia artificial en nuestro país y que sirva para mejorar las aspiraciones también colectivas de la ciudadanía. Y esa inteligencia no es artificial. A modo de conclusión, lanzarles un mensaje de optimismo, de apoyo, de ánimo, de orgullo también, que seamos capaces de organizar encuentros de esta magnitud, de orgullo de país, de proyecto de España vertebrador y sobre todo la riqueza tan potente que es el conocimiento y que ustedes ponen a disposición de todos y de todas. Por lo tanto, nuestro más absoluto respaldo, apoyo y desde luego garantizando la continuidad de un evento tan importante que nos ayuda y nos marca una guía en cuanto a la orientación informativa y de conocimiento. Muchísimas gracias, que tengan una muy buena jornada y a vuestra entera disposición desde el Ministerio de Industria, Comercio y Turismo. Gracias.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Magnus Melander, and I'm from Stockholm. I am the founder of Things, and I work a lot in Deep Tech Alliance. I'm the moderator and host of the AI series today. I'll tell you, this is not the first wave of AI. I experienced my first wave of AI when I joined IBM in 1982. It was the hottest on the planet. So we have seen many waves since then. It's difficult to us, human beings, to understand actually where we are today with AI. But then it's going to be more interesting to see the road ahead, which is moderated by José Cordeiro. Welcome.
Okay, good morning. It's good to begin this session with the full room after listening to the Minister of Industry, Trade and Commerce. We have three incredible panelists with us. Actually, we have been just talking before about the implications of artificial intelligence. So let me invite them one by one. In that corner, Ricardo Palma. So please, Ricardo, join us in that corner. Ricardo is a good friend, actually. I have known him for, I think, 1 decade. He's the Dean of Finance at Universidad San Pablo in Madrid, CEU San Pablo. He is an expert on finance, economics, and also he's interested in new technologies like artificial intelligence, blockchain, virtual reality, and similar things. So he will have a very interesting perspective covering those areas and also covering the education sector as Dean of the university. So then we are going to have next to him Edgardo del Rincón. Edgardo del Rincón, who is a Mexican who arrived a few days ago from Ciudad de Mexico. He is the president, the CEO of the 8th largest bank in Mexico. And he has led the digital transformation of his bank, which is Banco Bajío. The headquarters is in Guanajuato, León, the capital of the León state in Mexico, and the city of Guanajuato. So he has been doing a fantastic digital transformation of the bank and using many technologies, obviously associated with artificial intelligence. And then we are going to close our panel with Paulo Magalhaes, who arrived from Lisbon, from Portugal. So Paulo is the vice president of EasyVista for Southern Europe. And that means not just Portugal, but obviously Spain, Italy, and the region of Southern Europe. So we have an incredible panel, so I want to begin with an applause to them, please. Okay, and now we are all here together. I gave a very quick presentation, but I want each one of them to introduce in 1 minute, more or less. And so let's begin with you. Ricardo, who are you, what are you doing, and why are you in this panel? You have your microphone.
Thank you, José Luis. Thank you for having me here. We were talking before about talking in Spanish, and as I am member of Marca España, I had to talk in Spanish, but no problem if any question. And also I know that we have a translation, so if you don't mind, sorry. Gracias, José Luis, por la presentación. Yo creo que hoy vamos a hablar, comentábamos en la mesa que teníamos que hablar de varias cosas y creo que hemos encontrado un punto de encuentro interesante. Yo represento al sector de educación, tenemos una empresa, una financiera, tenemos otra compañía y creo que en ese círculo que podemos cerrar, podemos plantear. Si queréis lo dejamos ahora para las preguntas.
Okay, fantastic. Edgardo, tell us, because we are so happy to have people from 4 different countries, actually. Spain, Mexico, Portugal, and I was born in Venezuela in South America, so I represent another country, even though I live in Madrid now. But Edgardo, Mexico is the largest Spanish-speaking country in the world. You overtook Spain a long, long time ago, so tell us from Mexico.
Sure. My name is Edgardo El Rincón. I have been in the financial sector in Mexico for almost 38 years. 34 in Banamex, then City Banamex, no? Part of Citigroup. My last position there was I was the CEO for the consumer business, for the retail business. And I have almost 4 years leading Banco del Bajío in an important digital transformation that we will have time to talk about later.
Okay, fantastic. And now let's get back closer to Spain, Portugal. So, Paulo, tell us a little bit about you and about EasyVista.
Oh, okay, thank you. My name is Paulo Magalhaes. I'm working in this sector, in the IT, since 25 years. So, thank you to DES for inviting us and for this fantastic conference. Yeah, I will talk more about how the AI, it's what we are doing with the AI. And in fact, before we was talking about it, at this moment we just hear AI. This is good. AI is the democracy. It's in all attendees. So AI, it's being a commodity at this moment, but we are using AI since many years. We was talking before that maybe there was an election some years ago that was honored by the AI. So this is the purpose of this session.
That is an interesting point. Maybe we could have a minister that is an artificial intelligence instead of a human person like we had a few minutes ago. But anyway, besides that joke, no one laughed, but anyway, it was meant as a joke. Let's begin with some of the applications. And Ricardo Palomo, he's dean of a faculty in the university, and he has been going through experiments with artificial intelligence, even ChatGPT at the university. So tell us what is allowed, what is not allowed, and how can we use it in education for a positive transformation.
Gracias, José Luis, thank you. Bueno, ahora mismo creo que el mundo de la educación está viviendo un shock con la aplicación de la inteligencia artificial. Nuestros estudiantes lo utilizan y aprenden por necesidad y los profesores más por curiosidad. Sí que se percibe en general una resistencia a esa introducción, a ese cambio, y nos va a obligar necesariamente a cambiar muchísimos sistemas de evaluación y también de aprendizaje. Y desde mi punto de vista, y es mi punto de vista porque hay una controversia muy grande, hace un rato comentábamos cómo los que somos ya un poco más mayores recordamos aquella polémica sobre si se podía utilizar las calculadoras o no en el colegio. Pues ahora mismo vivimos esa controversia de si se debe prohibir, no se debe prohibir o se debe utilizar. Mi opinión personal es que la inteligencia artificial es un nuevo armamento con mayor potencia de fuego y que utilizarlo permite ventajas competitivas importantes para estudiantes que posteriormente van a trabajar en compañías como las vuestras. Es posible que en muy poco tiempo sea más importante contar con un profesional que sabe sacar el máximo partido de esa inteligencia artificial que con un profesional que tiene muchos conocimientos que aprendió en su momento en la etapa universitaria. También es cierto, y lo voy a decir, y esto es igualmente muy controvertido, es muy probable que un 30 o un 40% de los equipos de docentes puedan ser reemplazados o complementados en plazo de 5 o 10 años por la utilización de inteligencia artificial, que va a permitir además una mayor personalización del aprendizaje. Los profesores que se mantengan en todos los ámbitos de la docencia, en el universitario y en otros niveles formativos, necesariamente tendrán que ser aquellos que sean inspiradores, guías e incluso impulsores del uso de tecnologías en el modelo de aprendizaje. Y obviamente desaparecerán aquellos que tienen menor aportación de valor o que desarrollan actividades muy mecánicas o cualquier otra cosa que desde luego una máquina puede hacer mejor.
Okay, fantastic overview of AI in education. And now let's move to Mexico, because Edgardo, you lead one of the top 10 banks in Mexico. Actually, your bank is probably one of the biggest and a big bank even for Spain, if we compare Mexico and Spain. So how have you used the digital transformation and artificial intelligence to transform your bank?
Yes, let me give you some background. Banco del Bajío is really a young bank. It has only 28 years of history. The large banks in Mexico, they have more than 100 years, no? So it's a very young bank, and it was mainly a bank for companies. The target market was mainly what we call SMEs, pymes, no? Small and medium companies. And more than, at that moment, in 2019, more than 90% of the revenue was coming from a relationship with a company of any size, no? My goal from the board was to have an important evolution of the strategy of the bank and develop also the consumer business, meaning consumer business individuals, but also products for the smaller part of the pyramid in SMEs, in pymes, right? So in order to do that, we needed first data, no? So we create a new area that is reporting directly to me with a chief data officer that actually is here, Eduardo, and a very important group of people led by Eduardo, and we partnered with Estratio. Actually, we have been implementing the platform from Estratio with very good results, no? So the bank already is having better data with the right opportunity and the right consistency and with the right government of data, right? The other part that we didn't have and it was needed is to develop all the risk management tools, no? So we partnered with FICO, with Fair Isaac, and now all the bookings that we are doing of cars, payroll loan, personal loans, etc., is done through this technology, actually with very good results. And the asset quality that we are having is one of the best in the industry, no? So we are growing the consumer business in loans more than 45% annually, right? And the other component was the digital banking infrastructure. What we realized in 2019, it was the electronic banking that we used to have. It was not the right one. The technology that was used, it was an old technology. So we decided something that it was a strong decision at that moment, to start developing a new electronic banking platform from zero, from scratch. No? What is amazing when you have I believe, two success factors. No? Number one, the governance model of the bank is very simple, and we take decisions really, really very fast. Almost in the same moment that someone is asking for something, right? So that is important. And also, the other success factors is the involvement of all the senior management, including me, with all the agile teams that were developing this platform. No? So I was having weekly meetings, and I was even reviewing every journey, no, that was developed. What is amazing is that we did that in only 1 year. So 1 year later, we were migrating the first individuals to the new platform, and 6 months later, we start migrating companies. No? So at this moment, 100% of our customers are already in the new digital platform. Let me tell you, in my experience in a big bank with more complexity, that could take 3, 4, 5 years. No? So it was really, really fast, and the quality is amazing. No? So let me give you some results. No? What is happening with that digital transformation? The customers of the bank, active customers, are growing 9%. Transactions are growing 15%. And amounts transacted are growing 20%. So that means today we are a bank 1/5 larger than the bank we were a year before. Some financial numbers to give you an idea. What was very important for us is to develop this relationship with the customers that depends not only in granting a loan, but also the use of all of our services, electronic banking, collections, payments, FX, etc. So non-financial income is really important for a bank. That source of revenue today is growing 30% year over year. Total revenue of the bank is growing about 50%. And as we have expenses under control, net income is growing 70%. So the efficiency ratio of the bank, that means how many cents you spend in order to generate $1 of revenue, it was a year ago, it was around 45%. Today is 32%. That is, for me, is best in class. It's best in class in any geography. No? So very good results, no? More transactions, and the experience, no? The NPS in all the digital channels and branches is really, really very good. By the way, digital users are growing more than 45%, and transactions in digital channels are growing more than 30%. So it's amazing the results you can get having the right transformation in a bank.
Fantastic, and congratulations on that incredible growth. Actually, and your work with Stratio. By the way, Stratio is a major company. They also have now another presentation in the main auditorium. And you were having dinner with Oscar Mendez yesterday night. So that is incredible. But there are other companies equally visionary working on all these artificial intelligence applications. And I was talking to Paulo, and also I am a fan of natural language processing. And EasyVista is one of the business leaders in this area and others. So tell us, what are you doing for the business world in EasyVista?
Yeah, before we was talking about the subject of this session, and in fact, there are one thing that it's important, or to think that it's important to align here. The AI at this moment seems that it's the market that is pushing but it's not correct in my opinion. My opinion, it's a social demanding. At this moment, we don't have in the market the sufficient resources for the demanding we have to, or for what we are providing at this moment. We don't have enough resources to do the activities that need to be done. So, if I remember 20 years ago, I was working in a telco company, and we was implementing models in order to speed the activities, and speed the activities means reduce the human interactions, reduce the human interactions. And in that moment, we was starting thinking that this can be a crazy thing. And today, what we are looking is that solutions we are providing, and talking about EasyVista or talking about other companies, in the natural language process is one part of AI. So yeah, with the chatbots we are providing to the market, this is fundamental. So I would say that at this moment, 80% of the first interactions with support centers or customer service today, it's made by bots. So there is no more persons behind of the first interaction, and we have done it. But before that, we have experimented a lot of things using AI. We are working in the service management, so service management means that there is a workflow, there is a processes, and today, if I may, all the consultants should be prepared to design the processes, and the processes should be automated as much as possible. And it's not because of economy, and Ricardo can talk about it. It's really because of the social impact on the resources. We don't have resources to do everything what the market is demanded to us. So we really need to automate. So RPA is another point. So we need to process automatic actions, and between these sectors, there is a lot of potential to grow. I am enthusiastic. I know that recently there was companies firing people because the automation it's growing, and of course there is issues on the social point. But I have no doubts that the people need to reconvert, reskilling, and we need in the market these persons that have this knowledge.
Well, fantastic. Natural language processing is one of the areas I like a lot, also because I'm looking at the subtitles. So this is translation and transcription, and the software still has some problems understanding English with Mexican accent, English with Venezuelan accents, English with Portuguese accent, and translating also from Spanish to English. But the software is intelligent enough that it recognizes that you are speaking in Spanish, so it transcribes into English. Anyway, this is one of the applications. And today, after lunch, at 3:30, we are going to have the director of the Millennium Project also in the main auditorium. He's going to talk about business applications of artificial intelligence at 3:30 in the main auditorium. And the Millennium Project just published this book about how work and technology are going to be in the year 2050. This is an incredible piece of work. I contributed in this, and how the world will change radically in the next few years, radically. We are talking about today, 2023, and the theme of this Congress is about now is next, or next is now, and how the world will be in 2030. Imagine in 2050. So let's go to some of the applications of artificial intelligence for business. And you, Ricardo, you are an expert on blockchain. You also follow virtual reality. You follow many of these technologies, all AI related. So tell us some of the things that you see coming soon and their applications in business.
Bueno, efectivamente la economía es un gran beneficiado de la aplicación de la tecnología. La economía siempre va a utilizar la tecnología para conseguir eficiencia, óptimos. Ahora estabais comentando cómo aplicáis inteligencia artificial en varios ámbitos. En vuestro campo, en la aplicación vamos a pensar del back office, más de los procesos. Tú has estado hablando cómo los call centers, los procesamientos en lenguaje natural va cambiando, cómo los bots van cambiando esto. Y al final llegamos a la cuestión de cómo afecta a la sociedad y cómo afecta al empleo, ¿no? Permíteme simplemente comentar que en mi opinión, los próximos años se van a abrir muchas oportunidades profesionales de aquellas personas que sepan trabajar o copilotar, como nos va a hacer Microsoft, con inteligencia artificial, pero siento decir y pensar que también va a ser un momento cruel de transición, donde aquellas personas que no puedan adaptarse, pues se verán desplazadas del mercado. Más tecnología no significa desaparición de empleos, sino creación de otros muchos, como ocurrió con la industria en el siglo XIX, en el siglo XX, o incluso ahora utilizamos todos hojas de cálculo, antes no lo había. Eso no quiere decir que haya menos personas haciendo auditoría, finanzas, contabilidad con hojas de cálculo, sino que se ha duplicado. Hablabais hace un momento, tenemos un problema importante en la mayoría de los países desarrollados, es de envejecimiento de la población y de número de personas con capacidad de trabajar. Simplemente en España, de aquí a 2030, va a haber 500.000 menos de personas en el mercado laboral. Ese envejecimiento da la sensación de que la tecnología siempre llega en el momento oportuno para salvar a la humanidad en algún problema. En este sentido, la pregunta que me hacías originalmente, un poco a nivel de blockchain, a nivel de todo, yo creo que estamos en un momento de convergencia de tecnologías. También estamos muy con el hype, ¿no? Hace un año estaríamos hablando de metaverso permanentemente y de entornos inmersivos. Ahora estamos con este gran shock de inteligencia artificial que ha superado las máximas expectativas de adopción o de prueba de esa inteligencia. En 4 meses ha sido 1.000 millones de personas, 100 millones de personas, perdón, las que han utilizado. Iremos descubriendo nuevas capas. Es difícil pensar que va a venir después, pero la computación cuántica, como sabéis muy bien, está en unos años y habrá cambios diferentes. La tecnología, en cualquier caso, es la herramienta de optimización. Es la cuestión de la ventaja competitiva. Hoy mismo se estaba votando en el Parlamento Europeo la introducción de inteligencia artificial y su regulación. Creo que en Europa vamos a ser muy garantistas en cuanto a su aplicación, pero no debemos olvidar que lo que hay detrás es una competencia internacional, es una guerra, vamos a decir, geotecnológica, en la que habrá países que irán más rápido porque estarán menos regulados. Y de hecho, y como veremos con la computación cuántica, la tecnología permitirá la supremacía de unas naciones frente a otras. Esto va a suponer un cambio. Y por cerrar la intervención, un aspecto muy importante que está teniendo la tecnología, la inteligencia artificial, y creo que hay que decirlo, y como académico lo digo objetivamente, es el impacto que va a tener sobre todo en lo que se llaman las clases medias, en las profesiones. Antes la tecnología suplía o complementaba los puestos de trabajo en el ámbito productivo, en la agricultura, en la industria. Ahora está llegando al mundo pues, de las profesiones liberales y ahí se asientan las clases medias. De hecho, la tecnología, de algún modo u otro, combinado con otras cosas que están ocurriendo, va a polarizar aún más la sociedad, va a reducir las clases medias. Eso tendrá incluso un impacto en los desarrollos democráticos de los países. Y creo que van a venir fenómenos sociales importantes en los próximos años que nos van a asombrar en algún momento. El reto yo creo que va a ser cómo convivir con esto, y para una mejor convivencia y sana y un desarrollo saludable de todo ello será fundamental la educación, la formación, la permeabilidad también de la sociedad para adoptar para aplicarlo y para velar por la seguridad de estas tecnologías en todo momento.
You touch a very important point, which is the aging of societies. We are all aging, and actually yesterday I gave a talk about this. I actually talked about my book, La Muerte de la Muerte, and you can look at my tie. My tie is my book also. I highly recommend this book, The Death of Death, because this is what is happening in the future. Thanks to artificial intelligence and biotechnology, we are going to stop aging and rejuvenate people. So this is one of the important technologies, in case you missed my session yesterday. But let's continue with the technologies that you see. Edgardo, which technologies do you see coming? Maybe for the banking sector, but in general, that will affect society.
Yes, what is happening today and what we are doing with the Stratio is putting together all the data from customers. That means that we can potentially, and that is going to happen really soon, change the way we are interacting with customers in any point of interaction, no? In any channel. So having that capacity with that knowledge to take decisions at the moment of the point of interaction is really, really important. So for example, the customer can be doing a payment in the mobile app, and at the same moment, we are running different processes to grant a credit card or a personal loan or a mortgage to that customer. So that is evolving, I think, in the future, and really soon. The only reason why a customer will go to a branch will be to do a cash transaction, no? That in Mexico still, we have a lot of cash in the economy, and the informal economy is huge still, and also for advice, to have some advice from a banker, no? So to give you an idea, 10 years ago, more than 50% of the transactions were done in branches. At this moment, it's only 23%, no? And transactions in branches are growing only 3% year over year. But digital channels are growing more than 30%. So that means that percentage will continue increasing. Today, 77% of all the transactions in Banco del Bajío are done in non-assisted channels. That means digital channels and ATMs, no? Without any person from the bank interacting with that customer. 77%. And that number was 70% only a year ago, no? So the way we are interacting with customers will be mainly through a digital channel in the future, in just a few years.
And let's close with you, Paulo. What do you see coming in terms of technologies, AI related and beyond?
Yeah, if I may, and complementing Ricardo said, one very old theory, the theory of Darwin, it's being very, very important at this moment. Never disappeared, but it's being very actual. So we will need to reinvent ourselves in this moment, and the society. Yeah, it will be hard, but I believe in it. So in terms of technology, yeah, with this data we are processing at this moment, thousands and millions of interactions per second. Yeah, the quantum processing, it will be very important in the near future. And the technology is there. So at this moment, it's a question to democratize it. And in terms of intelligence artificial, I never remember in the prime time of TV assist to a program of IT, and at this moment there is a lot of prime TV programs talking about AI. So in fact, we will have in the next 5 years a lot of implementation in AI, and the consequence of that, it will be that the processing, it will increase, and if we think that we are living very fast, in 5 years we will be much more faster than where we are today. So
yeah, I just want to close to give a real example of this. 50 years ago, we used this. All of us use this. This is an IBM punch card. This is 1K. You can see 100 by 10, 1K. In Spanish, we say 1K. 40 years ago, the first floppy disk. This was 8 inches big, and it was also 1K. I say one in Spanish, 1K plus 1K makes 1 caca. 1 caca 40 years ago. 30 years ago, we had floppy disk of 512 cacas. Then 20 years ago, this floppy disk of 1.4 mega. And today I have a pen drive of 1 terabyte. In 40 years, we have gone from caca to terabytes. And this keeps on moving exponentially. So I hope to see you at 3:30 p.m. to talk about business applications in the main auditorium. And I want to finish with an applause to our fantastic panel.